showing you the party whip. Whip, it's a real whip. Wow. Get beaten up.
Tickets for the 9:30 English Public Tour. We're going to begin, so I'll be collecting your tickets now, so please have them ready for me.
Thank you.
So just go to the first door.
Waiting area.
Officially welcome you here to Parliament Hill. We have a great tour planned for us today. You picked a great day to come. We have access to the entire building, so we'll be giving out a full tour today. It'll last about 45 minutes from stop to stop, and then once we finish the tour, you're welcome to go up the Peace Tower, have a look at the Memorial Chamber as well. First, because we are quite a large group this morning, I'll ask a little bit for your cooperation when moving between tour stops. So the Parliament is quite busy. It is a Saturday morning. It's one of our busiest days of the week in terms of visitors. So I ask just when we go from stop to please always stick to the left side of the hallway, or rather the side of the hallway that I'm walking on, which is normally going to be the left. Also, photos are welcome at any moment throughout the tour. The only thing is we ask is that when we're inside the library to remove the flash, or to turn off the flash rather, from your cameras. I will remind you.
Taylor, is this a full-time job for you or just volunteer?
No, it's a summer job.
Summer job, right. Very nice. Inside the Canadian Parliament building. Gorgeous place. Oh, the ceiling is beautiful.
It is called the House of Commons foyer naturally because it's the entry chamber to the House of Commons, which we are about to see. But first, if we focus on a little bit about this room, you may, even though you've never been to Parliament before, you may recognize this room. It's a very popular room, especially in the media, because this is the room where all of the prime ministers, as well as the cabinet ministers and other members of Parliament, address the Canadian public via the media in this room. So it's a location for many of the press conferences that happen here on the Hill. You can imagine they set up a podium right in front of these doors, which are called the Canada doors, and then they address the media. So this room fills up with sometimes hundreds of members of media with their cameras, with their tape recorders, asking hundreds, sometimes even thousands, depending on how long the period of the question period goes on. And that happens right in here. We call it media scrums, which is a borrowed term from the sport rugby, if you're familiar with that sport. With many players just coming in and kind of, attacking the politicians with questions. So you can imagine that force, that feeling when that happens. Obviously today is a Saturday, the House is in session, nobody's sitting, so we're not going to get to see that. However, you can imagine it happening in this room. If we look at some of the architecture features, rather, in this room, the art on the ceiling as well on the wall. We can start with the sculptures that you see right below the gallery. These are called the History of Canada series. So these sculptures represent different important aspects of Canadian history, starting with the arrival of the Vikings, the indigenous peoples, as well as the arrivals of the first European settlers, the Francophones, the French, as well as the English, the Scottish, and the other countries, followed by different things. For example, the Constitution Act, which is right there, and the exchange of the Hudson's Bay Company with the Aboriginal people. So many different items about Canada's history that's depicted in these sculpture series. Also, I remember noting that some of you are visiting from British Columbia. So another way that we try to do is represent Canada coast to coast here at Parliament. So if we look way up there, just below the ceiling, you'll notice that there's an airplane. Between the airplane, we have the crest as well as some flowers from both British Columbia on the left and Newfoundland on the right. So they come together and it just shows how large Canada is and that we are united here coast to coast with the airplane in the middle. If we focus our attention towards the front of the room, you'll see that there are what we call the Prime Minister's staircase. So these are the stairs that the Prime Minister as well as the other members of the House use every time they access the House. Another very important aspect about Canada is bilingualism. We have two official languages here in Canada, both English and French. So in order to honor that tradition, that part of our Constitution, we depict portraits of the first English Prime Minister as well as the first Canadian Prime Minister, the Honourable Sir John Alexander Macdonald, as well as the first Francophone Prime Minister, the Honourable Sir Wilfrid Laurier. If we look directly in front of us in the stained glass, you'll notice that tells a story. That story dates from 2008. It is one of our most recent pieces here in Parliament. It is shortly after Stephen Harper was inaugurated as Prime Minister. He publicly apologized for the residential school system that the Aboriginal peoples had to live with over several decades. And it was the first time that we publicly apologized, or that the government rather publicly apologized for these injustices. And they installed this beautiful stained glass piece in order to memorize that. Does anybody have any ideas as to why they picked this window in this location to install the stained glass window? Sunshine? Yeah, it is a south-facing wall. The sun actually comes in. That is a very, very good idea. That is perhaps one of the most relevant options. But there's another kind of more symbolic reason why it was installed here as well.
Maybe if you walk, you can see everything.
Exactly.